The train station was bustling with activity, the air thick with the anticipation of journeys about to unfold. My son, Ethan, clung to my hand as we navigated the crowd, excitement gleaming in his eyes. We were embarking on a simple train ride, a father-son adventure that I hoped would create memories to cherish. As the train pulled into the station, its doors slid open, inviting us into its dimly lit interior. Ethan's face lit up with wonder as we found our seats, the anticipation of the ride ahead evident in his infectious smile. The cabin was abuzz with chatter and the rustle of newspapers, creating a sense of camaraderie among the passengers. The journey began smoothly, the rhythmic sway of the train lulling Ethan into a state of contentment. We watched the passing scenery together, the world outside blurring into streaks of color. My heart swelled with a mixture of pride and joy as I observed my son's curiosity and excitement. But as the train barreled through a tunnel, plunging the cabin into momentary darkness, an inexplicable chill settled over me. When the light returned, my heart clenched in my chest. Ethan was no longer by my side. Panic surged through me, the realization hitting me like a physical blow. I frantically searched the cabin, calling out his name, my voice tinged with desperation. Passengers exchanged concerned glances, their empathy a small comfort amid the growing dread. "Has anyone seen a young boy?" I implored, my voice shaking. The responses were a mix of sympathetic headshakes and murmured apologies. I stumbled through the train, my heart pounding as I retraced our steps. The once familiar faces of fellow passengers now seemed like an impenetrable wall, their gazes avoiding mine as if unwilling to acknowledge my distress. As I reached the front of the train, a creeping unease clawed at the edges of my mind. There was no logical explanation for Ethan's disappearance. No open doors, no commotion, just an inexplicable void where he should have been. My frantic search brought me to the conductor, my words tumbling out in a rush as I pleaded for his help. His expression turned grave as he assured me that they would initiate a search, but his eyes betrayed a mixture of sympathy and uncertainty. Minutes felt like hours as I waited, my anxiety growing with each passing second. The train's announcement system crackled to life, the conductor's voice informing passengers of an unexpected delay due to a safety concern. The words sent a chill down my spine, adding to the sense of foreboding that had taken hold. Finally, the announcement came. Ethan had been found, but he was in a different car. Relief washed over me as I rushed to reunite with him, my heart soaring at the thought of holding him in my arms once more. But as I stepped into the designated car, the relief was short-lived. Ethan sat alone in a seat, his eyes fixed on the window, unseeing. His expression was vacant, his usual vibrancy replaced by an unsettling emptiness. I called his name, my voice trembling, but he didn't respond. It was as if he couldn't hear me, as if he was lost in some distant realm beyond my reach. The rest of the journey was a blur of confusion and fear. Ethan remained unresponsive, his gaze fixed on some unseen horizon. My attempts to engage him were met with a haunting silence that chilled me to the bone. When the train finally arrived at its destination, I practically carried Ethan off, my heart heavy with a mixture of relief and a lingering unease. The experience had left me with more questions than answers. What had happened during that brief separation? What had taken hold of my son's spirit? In the days that followed, Ethan's demeanor slowly returned to normal, as if the incident had never occurred. But in the depths of his eyes, I saw a glimmer of something, a fleeting memory, a distant echo of an unexplainable event. The train ride that had promised adventure had become a journey into the inexplicable, a harrowing encounter with forces beyond comprehension. And as I held Ethan close, I knew that some mysteries were destined to remain unsolved, leaving behind a lingering sense of wonder and fear that would forever shape our shared memories.